As for the movie,
and how was it?
Did not have high hopes at all for Terminator Salvation, especially since Terminator 3 essentially sucked the root.
Are you professional or not?
The angle for Terminator Salvation is it basically takes the perspective, finally, of showing us the machine war that's always been hinted at, but never.
I hope it was fucking good because it's useless now, isn't it?
From like Kyle Reese's perspective, we only see very momentary glimpses of this war, and I think in this regard, Terminator Salvation is a failure.
No!
First and foremost, what this movie fails at is showing me why in the heck John Connor is considered to be the chosen one, the savior of humanity, the indispensable force of nature that will single-handedly lead the entire human race to its salvation and the destruction of Skynet. I don't see it. I don't.
What don't you get about it?
Even though John is trained in like guerrilla warfare, marksmanship, explosives, why he's so indispensable. He's not really that charismatic a leader. You might argue that's a failure.
He does not get it.
Acting. And indeed, I think Christian Bale is getting exposed as not really being all that compelling because basically
that's
John
what
Connor
that is, man. I'm telling you.
Is nothing. I mean, we've kind of already, his journey is complete. He's become this leader already. So, yeah, I just don't, it's hard to sympathize and want to see John Connor succeed when all he really does is kind of gravel. He looks really sardonic or grim and gritty most of the time, and he walks around doing his Batman voice. And I'm not making fun of the Batman voice.
You are trashing my scene.
But he's just very intense all the time, and there's really not much to the guy. I'd rather follow some of the other guys, like the half human, half android type character, Marcus, who you see in the trailer, so that's not a spoiler. I think his struggle is much more central to the movie.
The fuck is it with you?
It seems like John Connor was kind of shoehorned into the script. He doesn't really seem like he belongs. John kind of seems like he's not really in this movie, but he's kind of invited himself in. This is just a technical issue, but why do Terminators scream?
What don't you fucking understand? Think for one fucking second.
There's other Terminators that run around, and when they're like engaged in physical combat, they
give me a fucking answer.
Like, is it some kind of intimidation tactic? I don't know, but I just don't see the function. It's kind of more effective when the robots are completely silent and trying to kill you. Like having a snake-like robot come up that screams seems almost to diminish their threat a little bit. I mean, I admit, a robot jumping out of the water and screaming at me would be scary, but at the same time, Skynet is supposed to be kind of faceless and voiceless.
I'm fucking serious. You're a nice guy.
You're
a nice guy, but I don't fucking cut it when you're bullshitting and fucking around like this.
Which is the antithesis of exactly what the boundary between the humans and the machines are trying to establish.
Hey, it's fucking distracting.
It's just an artistic choice, maybe, but it bothered. Even from an action standpoint, I found it pretty unremarkable.
Oh, good for you.
I just don't see that there's enough new. I mean, even if you were to consider it pretty good, if you were to hold it up to Terminator 2,
fucking kick your fucking ass. You know, shut up for a second, all right?
Terminator 2, and I think the franchise peaked at that point. Nothing.
Fuck's sake, man, you're amateur.
Terminator Salvation certainly doesn't. Not a good movie, guys. I don't know what else to say. I would actually recommend the game, like rent the game, and you'll get more enjoyment out of the game for a little bit longer than you would out of the movie.
Seriously, man, you and me, we're fucking done, professional.